obviously that's a big blow.
Yeah, no, disappointing. Hate it for Momo. Kid's worked his butt off since I got here, since the day I got here. Tremendous team leader, leader in the room. Really unfortunate and really strongly encouraged with his optimism and his positivity in a really rough time for him. It's been great to see the other linebackers rally around him and the whole team rally around him right now, and excited to see him progress and work through his recovery.
You kind of talked about a little in fall camp that, you guys were preparing everybody to be starters. How does it pay off for you in this situation where you lose a guy like him and you've got guys that stepped up on the field Saturday night? Yeah,
I mean, I think you saw it, like you just said, an example of that Saturday night. Young man goes down on the third play of the game, fourth play of the game, and guys step up because they prepared that way. I think that's your job as a coach, is to make sure that, whenever something like that happens, the next guy is very fully capable and there is no drop-off in production, in adjustments, in technique. And, I think we saw glimpses of that Saturday night. And, obviously that's going to be something that's very necessary moving forward.
What does that change about getting the call in and getting people lined up?
Nothing, just a different guy making a lot of the adjustments. But, in our room, we have the mic and the jack. And obviously Momo's a very animated, vocal young man, but Willie Hibbler makes checks, Jaquez makes checks, Lakia makes checks. Both guys have the responsibility of making adjustments, not just the mic linebacker. So I think that also adds to the ability to make those calls, make those adjustments. When one person may go down, you still are holding everybody accountable. And we missed a couple of those even on Saturday night, and both guys are held accountable for that. So again, I think that's all part of the planning, part of the procedure, so to speak, during the week, is to make sure that's what happens if somebody does go down.
When you watched back the film from Saturday, what was working for Jaquez that he was able to get so many tackles when he went in?
Technique. Yeah. Technique, eye control. It kind of gets overspoken or coach speak, whatever you want to say, but he did. He relied on his fundamentals. He got lined up. He looked at the right thing. And, the play just presented itself within his job. And also, and again, give Jaquez a lot of credit. He made some plays in space that are not easy plays on good players. So was very happy with how he came in and produced. But as far as anything extraordinary, he did his job, and that's what I was the most excited about.
Being lined up was something that really wasn't done well sometimes last year. Where are you guys in terms of, as you say, being lined up, playing assignment sound? Is that something that happens most of the time now, or what's that element like? Yeah,
I mean, I think, to say most of the time, it was probably an accurate statement, but we got to have all the time, and that's obviously what we're shooting for. We give a technique grade, a job grade every game. Those still aren't where they're supposed to be. They're not where they're even close to where they're being consistent on a championship level defense or a championship level linebacker production. So, and that's our standard, and that's what we're shooting for. And I think that's what Coach McIntyre and Coach Luke would tell you the same thing. So, and I think our players would tell you the same exact thing. So we have work to do. By no means are we a finished product, and we are very much so stressing that, and the guys are stressing that, which is obviously the most important thing.
Lakia is making that JUCO transition that a lot of times guys struggle with, that play in, play out, focus and that kind of thing. How's he doing in those regards?
I think, I've been very pleased with his progress since the day he's gotten on campus. Another example of a guy that is scratching the surface of what he can do. The other night you saw he had a couple missed tackles that he didn't have the first week. Now, what was encouraging was there was a tackle that he missed in the first half on number 5, that he had the exact same call, the exact same defense, the exact same run through in the fourth quarter, and he squared him up and he made the play, and it was a tackle for loss on the exact same play. So that just shows you glimpses of, okay, that's what he's talking about. I got to come under control. I got to get my eyes in the right place. I got to anticipate this is the blocking scheme against this pressure. Oh, okay, this is the play he's talking about. So you see things like that happening on a daily basis. So as long as that continues to happen, which I'm confident it will, Lakia is going to have a lot of good things in front of him.